Good evening. I'm Steve Chapman, and along with Nick Dupre, we are the Steve Chapman Duo. And our program tonight is called The Stages of Romance. And this program is about you. It's about the relationship that you had with your spouse through all its stages, from the first time you met until they became your Valentine, you got engaged, got married, and so forth. And in each stage, we're going to enjoy a song. And I'll let you know when it's time to sing along. But what really makes this program special are the stories that you share about you and your love. For example, what did you do on your first date without getting too personal? Did anything funny or unusual happen on your wedding day? So I hope you will share those stories, because since this show is about your romance, your stories will help to fill out that story. Ladies, one day your future spouse calls you on the phone and he says, "Honey, I want you to get all dolled up tonight. We're going to go to the best restaurant in town." After dinner, he might have taken you to this romantic spot and gotten down on one knee and popped the question, "Darling, will you marry me?"
I'm already married.
Just playing along. Come on, we're going to try that again. "Darling, will you please marry me?"
Yes, I'd love to marry someone who sings like you do.
Gentlemen, you may have noticed that I got down on bended knee to ask for her hand. Where does that come from? Certainly a very respectful thing to do, a very chivalrous thing to do. Well, at another senior community, I asked this question: why does a man have to get down on bended knee? And a gentleman who'd been married over 50 years said, "Well, in marriage, the man's going to have to beg, so we might as well start off that way." Does anybody have a brief story about how they got engaged?
I got engaged during Hurricane Hazel, October 16th, 1954. On the front porch, and there were no lights, and we did not have a big dinner. We had hot fudge sundaes, and when he asked me to marry him, I said yes, but there was no light, so we had to light a match in order to see the diamond.
The two of you finally figured it out. In spite of your faults, you were made for each other. It had to be you. Please refer to your song sheets and let's sing "It Had to Be You." 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here we go. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found the somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you, for nobody else. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.